So as usual, maybe a little bit strong. You're at home, so you just do you. Hopefully, you can stay connected to the breath, this deep Ujjayi breath. So you can bring your hands in prayer position as you find the grounding into your feet with this Ujjayi breath as I open through the invocation mantra to help you connect deeper. Just receive the vibration, let go of everything if there's still some remaining toxicity in or around you. Just let it all go. Getting ready for a deeper connection with our beautiful yoga therapy in the Ashtanga method. Sandarshita swatma sukhavabore nisheyase jangalikayamane samsara halla halla mohashante abahum purushakaram Shankachakrasi harinam sahasra shirsam shwetam pranamami patanjalim. Gently opening your eyes, finding samastiti, staying connected to your Ujjayi breath. We'll get progressively into the Surya Namaskar A. So as usual, just do what works for your vinyasas. Working with the breath, arms alongside your body. A, come inhaling, reaching your arms out and up. Nice and easy at the beginning. Top of the inhale, palms to touch, looking at your thumbs. As you exhale, dwe, folding forward, bending into the knees as much as you need. Fingertips to the floor. Trini, inhale, flat back, looking forward. Chatwari, exhale, you fold. Stepping your right leg back. Left leg back, finding chaturanga, nice and strong to the shoulders. Lowering the knees, chest, forehead, so work the spine, elbows are off the floor. Releasing all the way down onto your abdomen. Releasing the toes. Pancha, inhale. Lift your heart. Elbows pointing back. Shut. Releasing. Tucking your toes under. Pressing onto your hands. Nice and strong. Reaching the hips up to the sky. And you find a few breaths here into your down dog. Breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. So keep finding that connection with the breath as we go through some movements. So the down dog allows you with a little bit of stillness to reconnect to the breath, to go a little bit deeper in that connection with the breath. So make sure that you have a good alignment before we get going. As usual, you're nice and strong to your index knuckle, thumb. So this sort of triangle in the hands, inner hand, is allowing for good stability into your hands that are just probably about shoulder, a little bit wider than shoulder width distance. Maybe a little bend into your elbows so that you can feel the broadening into your shoulder blades to relax into the neck. Soft bend into your knees. Equal weight distribution between your hands and feet. Finishing your exhale, Sapta. Right foot forward between your hands with control. Left foot to meet. Inhale, lengthening into the spine. Again, flat back. Bending into the knees as much as you need. Ashta, exhale, you fold over your legs, looking at your big toes. Nava, pressing your feet strong into the earth. Rising all the way up. Top of the inhale, again, looking at your thumbs, palms together. And as you release, exhale, hands coming down through the midline, arms by your side, Samastiti, and we keep going, Ekam, reaching out and up, external rotation into your arms. Dwe, exhale, folding forward, looking at the toes, fingertips to the floor. Trini, look forward, lengthen into the spine, heart forward. Chatwali, exhale, soften into your abdomen to fold. Left leg back, plant your inner hands into the floor, right leg back, chaturanga, lowering the knees, chest, forehead, keep the elbows brushing the side of the body, release all the way down, point your toes, pancha, inhale, lift your heart, again pressing onto your inner hand, maybe you can find your Bhujangasana, reach your heart forward, look up, shat, exhale, release, tuck your toes, stretch back, Adho Mukha Svanasana, reach the hips up to the sky, bending to the knees as much as you need. We take 5 deep breaths here. So you'll be thinking of bringing your lower ribs to your thighs, lengthening from your index knuckles, through the shoulders, all the way up, hips to the sky. And you can start to also focus a little bit more with your drishti, your gaze between your feet, or maybe even between your knees, or already, if you're following the breath, all the way down to your abdomen, Nadi chakra, breathing in through the nose to expand into the abdomen and out through the nose. Slow, soft, yet deep breath. Finishing your exhale, sapta, left foot forward, so look between your hands where you place your left foot, right foot to meet, lengthening into the spine, halfway lift. Ashta, exhale, you fold. Chin towards your shins, looking at your toes, Nava, rising up, nice and strong into your feet, press into the earth, stretch the front of the body, exhale, release back to Samastiti, we keep building up onto it, Ekam, inhale, reach out and up, lift into the heart, Dwe, exhale, folding forward, let it go, emptying the lungs, Trini, inhale, reach forward, Chatwari, exhale, press your hands, walk back or jump back, lower down on the same exhale, Pancha, inhale, find your up dog, find your back bend, whatever works for you. Shat, exhale, in towards the spine, stretch back, down dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana, 1. So we find 5 deep breath here, 2. Soft into the body, soft into the mind, 3. 4, and we'll continue again working with whichever vinyasa works for you to keep the breath slow, soft and deep. 5, bending into your knees, sapta, look forward, walk, jump, fly, top of the mat, lengthening into the spine, halfway lift. Ashta, exhale, you fold, keep looking at your toes. Nava, inhale, rising up strong. Big breath in, exhale, release, back to Samastiti. And again, Ekam, inhale, Dwe, exhale. Trini, inhale, long spine. Chatwari, exhale, with control, lower down on the same exhale. Pancha, inhale, reach your heart forward, find your back bend. Shat, exhale, strong core to roll over your big toes. 1. 2, so we take a few breaths here into our down dog for Surya Namaskar A. 3, Surya Namaskar B is going to increase the pace. 4, and 5, bending into your knees, looking forward, walk, jump, fly, top of the mat, lengthening into the spine, halfway lift. Ashta, exhale, you fold over your legs, still looking at your big toes. Nava, nice and strong, rise up. Exhale, release, Samastiti. Now Surya Namaskar B, bending into your knees, Utkatasana, brushing the floor with your fingertips. Ekam, inhale, reach up to the sky with the fingers. Dwe, exhale, folding forward. Trini, inhale, long spine, look forward. Chatwari, exhale, plant your hands, walk back, jump back, lower down with control. Pancha, inhale, reach forward with your heart. Shat, navel in towards the spine, stretch back, down dog. Sapta, right foot forward between your hands, spin your back heel down, 45 degrees. Press your front foot into the earth to rise up nice and strong. Virabhadrasana 1, look between your hands. Ashta, exhale, release. Press your hands into the floor, lower down with control. Pancha, Nava, inhale, reach forward. Dasha, navel in towards the spine, stretch back. Ekadasha, left foot, spin your back heel, 45 degrees. Rise up strong, see if you can keep your hips and shoulders nice and square, looking between your hands, but relax into the shoulders. Dvedasha, exhale, focus on the inner hands, lower down, elbows brushing the side of the body. Trayodasha, reach your heart forward, shoulder blades in towards each other. Chaturdasha, exhale. 1, settle back into your down dog. 2, good opportunity to relax the breath. 3, anytime during the practice you find that your mind wanders around, bring it back to the breath. 4, bring it back to the drishti, into the practice. 5, Panchadasha, bending into your knees, looking forward, walk, jump, fly, top of the mat, lengthening into the spine, halfway lift. Shadasha, exhale, you fold, looking at your toes. Saptadasha, bending into your knees, Utkatasana, reaching your arms up. See if you can look between your hands, and as you exhale, straighten your legs, release your arms. Samastiti. And again, Ekam, bending into your knees. See if you can press your palms together. Look thumbs, Dwe, exhale, fold forward. Trini, inhale, look forward, long spine, heart forward. Chatwari, press your hands, walk back, jump back, lower down. Pancha, inhale, deep back bend, long breath in, Shat, stretch back, down dog. Sapta, right foot forward, rise up, we just take one breath, press the palms together, look thumbs. Ashta, exhale, release, lower down with control. Nava, inhale, Dasha, exhale. Ekadasha, left foot, hips are squared, keep bending into your front knee, press your palms, relax into the shoulders. Dvedasha, release, press your hands, lower down. Trayodasha, inhale. Chaturdasha, exhale. 1. 2. All that counts right now is your breath, the alignment, and what you feel in the body. 3, 4, and 5. Bending into your knees, Panchadasha. Look forward, walk, jump, fly, top of the mat, lengthening into the spine, halfway lift. Shadasha, exhale, fold, soften into the abdomen. Saptadasha, bending into your knees, Utkatasana, reach your arms up, press your palms, look thumbs, and straighten the legs, release. And again, Ekam, bending into your knees, Utkatasana, reach up, big breath in, Dwe, exhale, folding forward. Trini, inhale, look forward. Chatwari, exhale, press your palms, take the vinyasa, one breath, one movement. Pancha, inhale, Shat, stretch back. Sapta, right foot, rise up strong, strong legs, palms press. Ashta, release, lower down as you exhale. Nava, inhale, lengthen into the inhale. Dasha, stretch back. Ekadasha, left foot, rise up strong, square your shoulders and hips. Dvedasha, release, press your hands, lower down. Trayodasha, inhale. Chaturdasha, exhale. 1. Find this alignment into your down dog. 2. Strong hands pressing into the floor. 3. 4. Panchadasha, bend into your knees, look forward, walk, jump, fly, top of the mat, lengthening into the spine, halfway. Saptadasha, exhale, fold. And Utkatasana, reaching your arms up. We take one last Surya Namaskar B, release Samastiti. Last round. Ekam, inhale, bending into your knees. Dwe, exhale, folding forward. Trini, long spine, look forward, flat back. Chatwari, exhale, walk back or jump back. Pancha, inhale, find your back bend. Shat, exhale. Sapta, right foot forward, rise up. Ashta, exhale, release, press your hands, take the vinyasa. Nava, inhale. Dasha, exhale. Ekadasha, left foot. Inhale, fingers up to the sky. Dvedasha, exhale, plant your hands, lower down. Trayodasha, inhale. Chaturdasha, exhale. 1, 2, so if you have sore wrist, Ella, you can just maybe take your stretch into the wrists. 4, and 5, bending to your knees, Panchadasha looking forward, walk, jump, fly, top of the mat, lengthening into the spine, halfway lift. Shadasha, exhale, fold. Saptadasha, bending into your knees, Utkatasana, we're going to hold that for 5 breaths. So see if you can keep looking at your thumbs. 1, keep bending into your knees, sinking your hips down. 2, relax into the shoulder blades. 3, maybe lifting your toes. 4, and 5. Exhale, come up. Very good effort. Separating your feet, hip distance apart. Chanushashasana, hands onto your hips. As you inhale, lengthen into the front of the body, pubic bone, all the way to the heart. As you exhale, soft bend into your knees, folding forward. Catch hold of your big toes. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, you fold. Elbows out to the side. 1. Gazing past your nose tip between your legs. 2. Keeping the knees as bent as you need. Watching the back of the legs, glutes, lower back. 3. You want to try to lengthen into the spine, broadening into the shoulder blades. 4. Shoulders away from the ears. 5. Inhale, flat back, Padastasana, sliding your hands under your feet. Palms facing upwards. Take another inhale, lengthen. Exhale, again we fold. 1. Maybe still bending into your knees. If you feel you need 2. 2. 3. Long spine, long legs. 4. And 5. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, releasing your hands onto your hips, pressing your feet into the earth, rising up nice and strong. We come back to Samastiti, feet together. So we always start then with the right leg for Utthita Trikonasana. So picking up your right knee, give it a good squeeze. You step out to the back of the mat, turning your right toes to the back of the mat as you extend your arms out. Legs are nice and straight, just about one leg length between your feet, back foot 90-degree angle. And as you exhale, reach forward with your right hand, finding the triangle. Make sure that you're not putting any pressure onto your front knee. You can keep your right hand to dangle onto the outside of your right leg. And you look up towards your left hand, or if you can catch hold of your big toe at the front. 2. Stacking the hips, stacking the shoulders. Keep gazing with your bottom eye to your left thumb. 3. Lengthening into the spine every inhale, softening into your Right hip crease as you exhale. 4. Strong legs. 5. Inhale, come up. Pivot all the way back to the front. Turn your left toes, back foot again. 90-degree angle, and as you exhale, reach forward with your left hand, forward, 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 forward. So soften into your left hip crease, and then you bring your hand down, keep it dangling onto the outside or catching hold of your big toe. And 2. Opening through the chest. So you're working towards stacking your shoulders. 3. Keep looking up. 4. Keep scooping that left hip under, strong onto your feet. 5. Inhale, come all the way up. Again, we pivot to the back of the room. Back foot 45 degrees to square the hips. You can keep your right hand onto your right hip. Left arm up, find the length into the spine. And as you exhale, you start crossing the midline. Hand to the outside of your knee, or maybe all the way down outside of your foot, fingertips or hand flat. Reaching the right arm out and up, keep squaring the hips. 1. Keep reaching your heart forward, opening through the chest. 2. Strong onto your feet, looking up towards your right hand. 3. 4. Pressing your left hand into the floor. And 5, press your feet into the floor, coming all the way up, pivot back around to the front, 45 degrees, back foot, square your hips. Again, you can help with your left hand onto your hip, right arm up, crossing the midline, so you help with your left hand to bring that left hip back, to keep the hips nice and squared. All the time, you go straight into your twist. 1. Keep the breath lengthening into the spine. 2. Softening into the left hip crease. 3. 4. 5. Inhale, coming all the way up, nice and strong. Extend your arms. Rebend into your front knee. We step to the top of the mat. Very good effort. Untitled Chapter. Again, right leg, wider stance this time. Nice and wide. To the back of the mat. As you exhale, you bend into your front knee, first level, elbow to your thigh, or maybe hand all the way down to the floor. Again, fingertip or hand flat, left arm reaching over your ear. Find that long spine or long line of energy from your back here. Hip, shoulder, all the way to the fingers. 2, looking at the sky from under your armpit or maybe your fingers at the front. 3, energize into your back leg, open through the chest. 4, keep bending into your front knee. 5, press your right foot into the earth strong, come up, pivot all the way around. As you exhale, bending into your left knee, level 1, level 2, reach over your ear. 1, open through the chest. 2, don't forget the breath. Keep working with the breath. 3, keep the drishti going, the point of gaze to keep you into the practice. 4, strong onto the inner back foot. 5, inhale, come up strong, pivot all the way around to the back. Square your hips again, drop your back knee. Left arm up to find the twist as you exhale. Left elbow outside of your right knee. Press your palms together. Right elbow right up to the sky. And as you exhale, you start looking up. If you can go further, lift your back knee. 2. Maybe opening the arms if you have it. 3. Keep energizing into your back leg. 4. 5. Inhale, come up strong. Again, we pivot all the way around to the front. Drop your back knee, right arm up. Exhale into the twist. Press your palms. The more you press your palms, the more you can twist. 1. Lifting the back knee if you can. Again, you energize into your quad, nice and strong. 2. Maybe opening your arms. 3. Keep the breath going. 4. And 5. We release again, strong onto the feet. Coming all the way up, extending your arms. Turn your left toes so you parallel your feet to the short edge of the mat. For Prasarita Padottanasana, hands onto your hips. Inhale. Reach your heart up to the sky. Exhale. We fold at the hip level, keeping the spine nice and long. So keep your chin reaching forward as you bring your hands under your shoulders. Take another inhale to lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, keep that length into the spine as you start walking your hands under your hips. Gazing past your nose tip between your knees. 1. Elbows at 90-degree angle, so you keep your arms parallel to each other as much as possible. 2. Fingers parallel to your toes, or aligned with your toes as much as possible. 3. Crown of the head is reaching towards the floor. Maybe soft bend into your knees. 4. We've got 3 more of those. And 5. Strong feet, keeping your hands where they are. As you inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, hands onto your hips, strong feet. As you inhale, you come all the way up, extend your arms out. Exhale, diversion, hands onto your hips. They will stay there. Again, inhale, lengthening from the pubic bone to the heart. Exhale, help with your hands to pivot at the hip level. Long spine, keep reaching forward. And then down. Once you find that you can't tilt at the hip anymore, then you can start to tuck your chin in, looking past your big toes, between your legs, working the crown of the head towards the floor. 2. We're balancing between the toes and the heels, keeping the hands onto the hips. 3. So maybe you have straight legs or maybe still a little micro bend here if you need to protect a little bit more into the back of the legs. 4. You're softening into your abdomen, your hips. So maybe you find the breath down low with your hands. And 5, as you inhale, coming up nice and strong. Extend your arms. C version, you interlace your fingers behind your back, pressing your palms together as much as possible. Easier version, you can keep your palms away, but keep interlacing your fingers. Lifting your heart as you inhale, and as you exhale, again we fold at the hip level, gazing between your legs, past the nose tip, relax into the shoulders. Let your arms roll overhead, crown of the head to the floor. 2, or towards the floor. Keep smiling. 3, a little bit hard for the shoulders, but very good. 4, if you press your palms together, make sure you're not locking your elbows. And 5, inhale, coming all the way up, again hands onto your hips. Inhale, lift your heart, look up. Exhale, fold at the hip level, sliding your hands outside of the legs, catching hold of your big toes. Take another inhale, heart forward. Exhale, elbows out. 1. So just like if you wanted to pluck your big toes out, forward, feel that energy that helps to bring your armpits a little bit closer to your knees. 3, breath is slow, soft and deep. 4. And 5. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, hands onto your hips. Inhale, come all the way up. Extend your arms out. Turn your left toes and step to the top of the mat. Very good effort. Parsvottanasana. We're going to bring the hands behind the back so you can catch hold of your elbows. Or if you have the reverse namaskar, you can bring your pinky into the back of your heart. Stepping the right leg back, just about 3 feet. So this is a short stance. Turning to the back. Again, we square the hips, lift the heart as you inhale. Exhale. Flat back, folding over your straight leg. 1. So you're still gazing past your nose tip to your big toe. 2. So making sure that you activate your kneecap at the front or your thigh to lift the kneecap. 3. Protecting the knee. Again, long spine, lifting your shoulders and elbows. 4. Feet are active all the way up into the legs, into the pelvic floor. And 5. Press your front foot, come up, pivot all the way back around to the front. Back foot 45 degrees, aligning your heels, squaring the hips. Inhale, look up. Exhale. exhale, again we pivot, folding at the hip level. Spine is still nice and long, reach your heart forward. 1. Every exhale, you start to relax a little bit more with that straight leg. 2, keeping the hips nice and squared. 3, soften into it. 4, and 5. Inhale, coming all the way up, rebend into your front knee, step to the top of the mat. Samastiti, very good effort. Utthita Sthapanamukshasana, hands onto your hips, grounding into your left foot. You can squeeze your right knee to your chest. Level 1, hand under your knee or catching hold of your big toe, extend your heel forward. 1, relax the shoulders. Pick a point in front of you that is not wobbly, so keep gazing forward. 2, so the more you focus on your drishti, that stable point, and the breath, the more you can find your balance. 4, shoulders are nice and relaxed, standing tall. 5, as you exhale, opening out to the side, try to keep your hips nice and leveled. 1, if you have a good balance, you can look over your left shoulder. 2, 3, and 4. Inhale, come back, hands onto your hips, point your toes, and lift. This is your most preferred one, I know. Lift, lift, lift. 2, keep lifting, point the toes, so work with the psoas muscles here into pelvic floor, core muscles. 3, 4, lift, 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 lift. And 5, very good effort, maybe shake it. Other side, grounding into the right foot, left knee up, give it a good squeeze. Hand under your knee or big toe, so you kick your heel forward. At the same time, you draw that leg back into the hip socket, shoulders relaxed. 2, breath is slow, soft and deep. 3, 4, keep your drishti, and 5, as you exhale, open out to the side, shoulders are still nice and relaxed. 1, 2, 3, keep relaxing into the body as you exhale. 4, and 5, inhale, center, hands onto your hips. 1, point the toes, lift, lift, lift. 2, 3, keep looking at your toes. The more you look at your toes, the more it's going to lift. 4, one more breath, lift, lift, lift. 5, very good effort. Coming back, top of the mat. We wash it off with the vinyasa. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold, plant your hands, walk back, jump back, lower down. Inhale, find your back bend, reach forward. Exhale, stretch back, down dog. Right foot forward, Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1. 1, press your palms together, look up, keep bending into your front knee. 2, squaring the hips, squaring the shoulders. 3, keep relaxing your shoulders, looking up to your thumbs. 4, maybe you can keep the gaze up to your thumbs. 5, still gazing up maybe, you straighten your front leg as you inhale, pivot around to the back, still looking up. Exhale, bend into your left knee, re-square your hips. 1, re-square your shoulders. 2, back leg is energized, keep bending into your front knee. 3, 4, and 5. Last breath, we open up into the warrior 2, maybe widening the stance, 90-degree angle into the back leg. 1, looking at your front hand, looking at the middle fingernails. 2, keep bending into your front knee right above your ankle. 3, energize to the inside of the back foot, the arch, the inner leg, all the way to the sit bones. And 5, inhale, straighten into your front leg, pivot to the front. Exhale, bending into your right knee, send it forward over your ankle. 1, keep looking at your front hand. Spine is nice and vertical, so we're not leaning forward. 2, shoulders are still relaxed. 3, 4, and 5. Windmill the arms down. We'll take the vinyasa, step back, lower down on the same exhale. Inhale, find your back bend. Exhale, stretch back, down dog. So now we're entering the actual primary series CD postures. So you can walk to the top of the mat, crossing your legs to come down to a sit. That's the easy version. Extending the legs forward. Dandasana. Hands by your side. Press your hands strong into the floor so that you can lengthen into the spine and reach your shoulders back. Tuck your chin in. 1, gazing past your nose tip. 2, flexing your toes, so 90-degree angle into your body. 3, 4, we're preparing for the next pose, keeping the spine nice and straight. 5, inhale, look forward, arms up, long spine. As you exhale, again we fold at the hip level, so keep reaching forward with your heart, your arms, catch hold of your big toes, or maybe outside edge of the feet. 1, reach your heart forward again, we fold at the hip level. 2, so don't worry about bringing the forehead to the floor. Some people say tuck the chin in, but I think this is just rounding into the back and probably creating or losing some of the stretch anyway. 4, so if you keep your heart forward, you probably don't need to go as far down, but you get more stretch into the back of the legs, so watch your legs, especially tight hamstrings. And 5, inhale, again, reach your heart forward, arms forward, come all the way up as you inhale. Purvottanasana, hands behind you, fingers pointing forward, so you can either stay there to open through the chest, the shoulders, or easy version is the tabletop, or the full version with the legs straight. You bring your big toes to touch and try to bring them to the floor, and you lift your hips. 1, squeeze your glutes to lift up. If you can, drop your head. 2, keep the breath going. 3, keep lifting. 4, and 5. Mindfully releasing down, crossing your legs, coming forward. Plant your hands, stepping back to Chaturanga, lowering down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Walking or jumping to a sit. We're gonna move into Chanushashasana A, right leg, sole of the foot to the inside of the leg with your heel as close as possible to your groin. Watch your knee for this one. Try to relax it, 90-degree angle. Squaring hips and shoulders to the front, so that I've just turned 90-degree angle. Reach your arms up. And as you exhale, again we fold straight over the legs. So think of dropping your right shoulder down to square your shoulders. 2. And you keep gazing at your big toe at the front. Stay focused on the practice, on what you feel into your body. 3. Still long spine. 4, relax those lower ribs. And 5, long spine, heart and arms forward to come up. Exhale, arms by your side, helping your knee to come to your chest. You can cross your legs, give it a good squeeze, use your core, press your hands into the floor and pick it up, lift, lift, strong core, releasing. We'll take the other side, sole of the left foot. Inhale, reach up, Keep the spine long. As you exhale, again we fold at the hip level. 1. The drishti is still to the big toe, not for the aesthetic, but for the alignment, for feeling into the body. 3, feeling that length into the back of the right leg, into the spine. 4, and 5. Inhale, heart, arms forward and up, coming up. Exhale, help your knee to your chest. Come forward, plant your hands, walk back, jump back. Take the vinyasa, 1 breath, 1 movement. We'll wash it off and we'll keep going. Walking or jumping back to a sit. So today we'll go through maybe something a little bit more challenging for the knees. So just do what you can. Triangle Mukha Paschimottanasana. So you can bend into your right knee. You can work the flesh of your calf out and down, trying to keep your knee ankle as close as possible. So your heel should be to the outside of your hip, and as much as possible you try to pin that hip down still to the floor. A bit tricky, so watch your knees for that. Maybe you just stay there if you can. Inhale, reach up and see if you can fold. Just like Paschimottanasana. If this is too much, you can maybe just lean towards your left and you start working your way towards the front of the leg. Again, as squared as possible into your hips and shoulders. 3, into the full version. You're still looking at your big toe. Maybe relaxing your elbows to the floor. 4, we're still lengthening, heart forward. And 5, inhale, come up. Help your knee to come back. Cross your legs, squeeze your knees to your chest and pick it up. Press your hands nice and strong. Lift and slowly releasing. Extend the legs and bend into your left knee. We take the other side. Again, helping the flesh out and down to create some space into the back of the knee. Again, to bring that hip down as much as possible. Inhale, find the length. Keep the hips down to the floor. Exhale, maybe to the side or straight down if you can. If you're just there, that's fine. Again, important would be to keep the spine straight, folding at the hip level, trying to keep that left hip working down. 3. Keep the breath working. Again, if the breath is restricted, maybe you're just trying too hard. 4. And 5. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, release. Knee to chest. Come forward. You can help your knees under. Press your hands. Lift it up. Walk back, jump back. Take the vinyasa. 1 breath, 1 movement. Exhale, stretch back. Down dog. Walking or jumping to a sit for Marichyasana A, right leg, heel close to the buttocks. Try to keep your foot as flat as possible. Left hand goes behind, right arm up as you inhale. Exhale, you fall to the inside of the leg. First level, you catch hold of your foot. 1, second level, hand to the outside, fingertips to the floor in T-shaped position. 2, or the full version if you can. 3, you take the bind, but most people will be better with the second version. 4, you keep looking at your big toe, folding at the hip level, kneecap up to the sky, so the leg is energized. And 5, release, again, arms forward and up. Knee to chest, strong core, activate your pelvic floor muscles, and lift, pick it up, and we'll take the other side. Left foot, right hand behind, find the length as you inhale. Exhale, you fall to the inside of the leg, so keep reaching forward. Maybe level 2 is where you need to be, or if you have the bind, you can take the bind. 3, keep energizing into that leg, so you're reaching your heel forward, your heart forward. Sit bones down. 4, and 5. Inhale, coming up. Unwind, and today we'll just go straight into Marichyasana C. So we bend again into the right leg. Left arm up, opposite arm this time. So this is a twist. Right hand behind. As you exhale, you wrap your elbow around your knee. Take a breath here. Maybe that's where you're at. Or if you can go with your elbow onto the outside of the knee. 1. Every exhale, you twist. Make sure that your left leg is active. 2. So kneecap and toes pointing up to the sky. 3. You turn your head. You turn your gaze to the side, right and back. 4. And 5. Inhale, coming back to center. We take again a little lift, knees to chest, press your hands into the floor, lift it up and slowly release. Other side, left leg. Inhale, right arm, big breath in, left hand behind. Find maybe the easier version to start on the first breath. Twist, maybe into a further version. 2. Keep the spine nice and long. 3. 4. And 5. Inhale, come back to center. Knees to chest. We'll take a vinyasa to wash this off. Pointing your hands, walking back, jumping back. Exhale, stretch back, down dog. Now walk or jump to a sit into Navasana. See if you can keep your feet off the floor. So easy version with your hands to the floor, knees together, shins parallel to the floor. Further version, you can lift your arms, lift your heart. If you can go further, maybe straight leg on the toes. Look at your toes. Make sure that you're not collapsing into your lower back. So you're lifting your heart. We got one more breath here before we're going to lift up. So crossing the legs. See if you can keep your feet off the floor. And again, we pick it up. Press your hands. And then we're back into Navasana. 1. Keep lifting. Keep breathing. 2. Believe that you can do this. Keep lifting into the heart. 3. Lift, 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 lift. 4. And 5. Switch the crossing of your legs. You pick it up again. Lift and release. 1. Last round. Keep going. You can do this. 2. Lift, lift. 3. Lift the corner of your lips to your ears. 4. Keep smiling. You can do this. Keep breathing. 4.5. And 5. Cross your legs. Come forward. Walk back. Turn back. 1 breath. 1 movement. To release. Exhale. Stretch back. Down dog. Balakonasana. Walking or jumping to the top of the mat with the sole of the feet together. Interlace your fingers. Deep breath in. Exhale. Maybe folding at the hip level. Keep reaching your heart forward. We'll take a few breaths here. 2. 3. 4. Making sure you have space around you as much as possible as we move into Upavishta Konasana, wide-legged. 5. Inhaling, coming up. So if you have the hold of your big toes, maybe you can keep that. Extending the legs out. Easy version, fingers behind you. 1. Again, long spine, and it's an anterior rotation at the pelvic floor, keeping the spine nice and long. 2. Maybe folding your heart down, keep reaching forward, looking at your third eye. 3. So maybe you have the hold of your big toes already. 4. So we've got a bit of fun coming up here. 5. Again, just watch here around your space. See if you can keep hold of your big toes for Upavishta Konasana B, balancing onto your buttocks. See if you can relax your shoulders away from your ears to open into the legs. And you look up to the sky, towards the third eye. 3. You can stay there if you enjoy working your core. 4. If you don't have any neck issues and you want to play a little bit more, very slowly Working with the core muscles, we're going to start to roll over vertebrae by vertebrae, nice and controlled. Bring your feet over your head. Don't have so much space here. And we'll just be there for a breath or two. Now we're going to work our way back to balancing onto the buttocks, maybe in one go, keeping the legs straight as much as possible. Look up and very mindfully see if you can release your calves to the floor, chin to the floor. Inhale, come back up, cross your legs. Take the vinyasa, one breath, one movement. Exhale, stretch back, down dog. Walk or jump to a sit. Extending the legs forwards. Coming down onto your back for Supta Padangusthasana A. Right leg catching hold of your big toe. Reach your heel to the sky, and as you exhale, lift your head, looking at your big toe, elbow out to the side. You can keep your left hand rounding into your left hip. 3. Use your core, navel in towards the spine to lift. 4. And 5. As you exhale, head down, opening the leg out to the side to your own ability. So hopefully you don't have a wall or anything like that. If you do, that's okay, don't worry. You'll just make sure that both legs are going to stretch the same amount as much as possible. You can turn your head opposite to your leg. 3, making sure that your left hip is not lifting up. So if your hip is lifting up, that means that you're going a bit too far with your right leg. Just be mindful there, and then using your strong core muscles. The inhale, you come back up. Exhale, lift again once more. See if you can bring your knee to your forehead. And slowly releasing. Right leg down as you exhale. Inhaling, left leg up, other side. Reach your heel up to the sky. Exhaling, lifting up. Again, elbow out to the side. Ground into your left hip. Strong core. Look up to your big toe. 3. 4. Keep the breath going. 5. Very slowly exhale. Release. You just start to let the leg come down again, mindfully, so that it doesn't take your right hip with it. Stretching to the same amount that you did before. Shoulders relaxing to the floor, turning your head opposite to your leg. 3. 4. Strong core. 5. Inhale, come up. Exhale. Head to knee. And inhaling, releasing. Bring your knees to your chest. Give it a little squeeze. And now we're moving into the finishing sequence. We're going to take a vinyasa before that. So you can rock back and forth, maybe crossing your legs. See if you can get a bit of momentum to jump back. Inhale, find your back bend, look up. Exhale, stretch back, down dog. Walk or jump back to a sit. Extending the legs forward. Coming down onto your back for the finishing sequence. So back bend, bending into your knees, bridge pose, feet hip distance apart, parallel as much as possible, heels close to your buttocks, pressing your palms into the floor as you exhale. Inhale, lift your hips, squeezing your glutes, interlace your fingers, rolling your shoulders under. 1. Feel the lift into the back of your heart, back of the neck. 2. Knees above your ankles. 3. And 4. Keep lifting a bit more, squeeze your glutes. 5. Releasing your hands, rolling the spine down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Nice and slow, again, knees to chest. Give it a good squeeze to release into the lower back before we go into the third round. Setting your feet back down. So I'll offer a deeper option for the bridge pose, otherwise you can already go straight into your wheel pose if you have that. Lifting up into your own version if you're going further into the bridge pose. Without moving the feet, you shimmy your shoulders forward to catch hold of your ankles. So you should be feeling more arch into the back, otherwise you just repeat the first version. 2. So if you're taking that deeper option into the bridge pose, you should feel your chest pressing into your chin. 3. Still squeezing the glutes. 4. And 5. Again, slowly releasing the spine down. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Give it a good squeeze. Knees to chest. Good loving hug. And last round, your chance to try for the full wheel, setting your feet down. If you go full wheel, fingers under your shoulders. Try to keep your elbows closer to each other. Exhale your breath. And as you inhale, lift. Maybe you can come onto the crown of the head first. If you don't have any neck issues, to adjust your hands. And then lift up. 1. Again, see if you can keep your feet parallel as much as possible. 2. Keep the breath going. 3. 4. Very slowly into, if you're in full wheel, chin to chest first, releasing the shoulders down, rolling the spine down, knees to chest, give it a good squeeze, rocking back and forth. Start getting some momentum until you can come to a sit, straight legs for Paschimottanasana. Little counter pose, letting the spine round. So for this one, I think it's good to let the forehead relax towards the knees, shins, so that you get the rounding into the spine. So we actually do counter the deep extension from the back bends that we did before, 3 rounds. Just to reset the spine into neutral before we move into our inversions. As usual, if you are following the moon, especially for women, hopefully you are deeply connected to the moon, or at least your moon cycle. If you are in the first 2 days of your cycle, you might not want to invert all the way, in which case you can just keep your legs up. So inhaling, head up. As you exhale, you come down onto your back, maybe with the legs straight. So if you stay there, you can place your hands under your hips for good support, so that you have minimal amount of effort to stay there. Otherwise, if you're working into your full inversion shoulder stands, you can bring your legs over your head. So you bring your hips right above your shoulders. You plant your elbows behind you, palms onto the flat back, and then you can lift your legs up. So you want to be aligning your hips, knees, ankles right above your shoulders. See if you can work your hands a little bit lower down to your lower ribs to find a bit more lift into middle back. We've got a few breaths here, making sure you're not turning the head. If you need to watch first and then do. Otherwise, you can just try and do and feel into the body. So again, this is not so much aesthetics. The yoga practice is more about feeling the sensation. So you want to just try to sense where your body and how your body is placed into space with awareness, not the sensory perception of sight, but again, the sensing. So rather using the third eye, notice where and how your body is placed in the space. And either staying there, or if you want to go further, halasana, keeping the legs straight and the toes together. So we bring both legs down together very slowly. They don't need to reach the floor over your head. If they do, that's good. Otherwise, just keep the legs straight so that you keep the stretch into the whole backside
of the body. So there's a deep stretch here into the whole posterior chain and long fascias. You can interlace your fingers, roll your shoulders under, pressing everything that you have in contact with the floor, your pinkies, maybe top of the feet, pointing the toes. We've got a few breaths here. Keeping the focus at the throat and abdomen level of the breath. Very slowly, we're going to have a couple of options here to reverse the whole process. You can bring your hands back for good support onto your lower back, or hands, palms pressing onto the floor to come back unsupported. Again, straight legs, feet together. Either way, you come back to a shoulder stand, and very slowly we're going to roll the spine down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Very slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Use your core, control descent. Feel the rolling of the spine, releasing between each vertebrae. Legs come down last for Marichyasana, the counter pose, where you come onto your elbows and you lift your heart. So we draw the shoulder blades in towards each other. Dropping your head back, see if you can come onto the crown of the head. 1, point your toes, feet together. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly releasing, spine down. Take a breath here to let the spine relax. Exhaling, rolling over onto your left side. Pressing your hands into the floor to come up to a comfortable sit for the really final pose. So we'll just take with legs crossed, or maybe even Ardha Padmasana or full Padmasana if you have it, the lowest pose. And we work with the breath. Gyan Mudra with your hands, index and thumb lightly touching together. Nice and relaxed, just a little touch to keep the energy circling in. Other fingers straight, relaxing the back of the hands onto your knees. Straight arms so that you can roll your shoulders back and keep the spine nice and straight. Chin slightly tucked in. And we'll take 10 deep breaths. In through the nose to lift. No breath retention, exhaling out the nose. 2. 3. Slow, soft, continuous breath. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Gently opening your gaze, gazing forward. Last pose, Kalasana. So you're gonna bring your hands, palms facing down. If you have sore wrist, you can use your fists. Otherwise, placing your thumbs and fingers slightly under
the middle of your thighs. You can lean slightly forward and you press your hands nice and strong and you lift. Lifting your feet, lifting your buttocks, so you want to engage into your pelvic floor muscles. Press into your hands, your arms are nice and strong, straight, shoulders away from your ears, and you keep lifting. So we only have a few breaths here, so you really need to press the floor away to lift, and if it's not lifting, don't worry, it takes years, but you have to press the floor away with your hands, nice and strong, slightly leaning forward maybe. Keep lifting. If you come down, press back again and lift, lift, lift. We're strengthening everything. Last little pause, very good. One more breath, lift, lift, and release. Very good effort, everyone. Slowly we release the legs, making sure that you stay for the Shavasana. Most important, and I'm sure you will enjoy this pose of full relaxation. Slowly coming down. Let go of the breath, let go of any tension in the body, little wiggle maybe into the legs, the arms, the hips, the shoulders. Spine is straight, neutral, and softening into the mat. Maybe taking one last deep breath in through the nose. Out the mouth. Let it all go, relax. We've got a few minutes of deep relaxation here into Shavasana, which I'll take with you, or if you want to just switch everything off, take a long Shavasana, you're welcome. Otherwise, we've got a few minutes here where you just let yourself go. You've done enough for the day, for the practice. Now is the deep relaxation. Relaxing not only the body but also the mind. This is where the mind really relaxes as we go a little bit deeper into subconscious relaxation. As you just notice and observe the breath and energy flowing throughout the body. Just softening. And enjoying a moment of peace to let the body and the mind regenerate after the strong practice, which all comes together through Shavasana. slowly you can start to reawaken the body by deepening the breath, getting your movement to happen in your extremities, maybe gently turning your head side to side in movement, or stretch, that feels good. Maybe stretching the body nice and long with your arms overhead as you inhale, pointing the toes. And rolling over onto your right side. You can take a few breaths in a fetal position. Just to take the time to let the mind and body come back together before pressing your hands into the earth and coming back to a comfortable sit to seal the practice with your palms together in the Anjali Mudra, hands to the heart. We'll just seal the practice with the Loka Mantra. You can chant on the one exhale or just enjoy the chant, the vibration if you are new to it. Exhaling the air out the nostrils, short Om. Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. To the divine light that surrounds us and resides within each one of us. Untitled. Peace, love, and light. Gently blinking your eyes open when you feel ready. That's it for today. So as usual, it's a bit of a strong practice. So don't worry if you can't do everything, just stay with it and keep practicing, and I shall see you next time. And if you want to progress a bit further and better into the practice, I'm always available online for privates if you want to perfect your alignment and have maybe a little bit more understanding. Otherwise, just keep following the regular classes. It might take a bit longer, but if you stay at it over the years, you will progress. And sometimes progression is a little bit slow, maybe you have a plateau for some time, but then yeah, that's when it's a little bit hard and you have to stay at it. And when you stay with these plateaus for some time, when you have a breakthrough and you start to reach some next other level, then it's much better than if you just keep going up and up and up and up, because like anything that keeps going up crazy, then at some stage it comes down. So just keep going, and incrementally it goes up and it's even more enjoyable. So that's it. See you next time. If you want to find me for privates, ask me, or Yoga Essence Sanctuary. Otherwise, I shall see you on the next video. Stay well, stay healthy, stay happy.